will explain the setting up and running of a FFF job. Okay, so this is the tutorial setting up and running an FFF job. Okay, so in this tutorial actually demonstrates all the steps required to get from a 3D model of a part to the G-code output ready to be executed by a fused filament fabrication machine, that is FFF. So in this course the main three steps are create and configure an additive setup. Additive means 3D printing, additive manufacturing. So in additive manufacturing you have to add layer by layer, so that's why this technique is called additive manufacturing. Then next is add and orient part on the platform, how a part is add and orient into a platform. Then post processing and generate the G codes. Okay, so these three are the main tasks involved in this tutorial. Okay, so this tutorial consists of three different activities. We will explain each activity. So first activity is activity 1. So click this activity 1. Okay, see, create and configure an FFF setup. This is activity number 1, create and configure an FFF setup. Okay, so here okay, so we will explain the first step. So here you have to add a new setup. The setups in Fusion 360 are where you plan the manufacturing process. They are the environments that govern the tools and steps available, required, or typical for the type of the machine and manufacturing process you wish to employ. So on the manufacturer toolbar, so in the Fusion 360 select the manufacturer toolbar. Then here we are in the additive tab, so select the additive tab. This step is optional at this moment, but you will need to switch to it soon anyway. Okay, then go to the toolbar setup section, then select new setup. Then this opens the setup dialog. Then choose machine, then select the machine. Then this opens the Fusion 360 library. Then you have to select the desired machine. Okay, so in the Fusion 360 machine library you have access to machine definitions stored in various places and accessible through filters. Okay, so go to the filters additive, then check samples. Then you have to select, there are different types of machines. Select this machine, Autodesk generic fluid filament fabrication machine, then click select. Okay, so in this way you have to select your desired machine. Okay, so go to the Fusion 360. Okay, so first you have to open this part. Okay, so this part is actually in the CAM samples. So go to data panel, so click here, click the data panel. So first you click the data panel, then go to the CAM samples. Okay, so click the home button, you can see the CAM samples. So here you can see the CAM samples. Okay, so select this one, CAM samples. Okay, double click this CAM samples, then you can see the additive tab is there. Okay, so additive tab, so select this additive tab. Okay, double click on this additive tab. Okay, double click on this additive tab, you can see FFF test print 1, FFF test print 1. So you have to double click this, then you will get this part in the workspace. Okay, then you have to change the, now this part is in the design workspace, so you have to change the workspace into manufacture workspace. So click here, you can see the manufacture workspace. Click manufacture workspace. Click manufacture workspace. Then you can see this part. Now this part is in the manufacture workspace. So you can see in the manufacture workspace, you can see there are different options. If you want the codes for milling machine, you can select the milling. If you want a lathe, you can select turning. So here this is our operation, this is additive. Okay, select this tab, additive. Okay, so I will select this additive. Okay, so that is the first step. I will select the additive. Okay, then go to the tutorial, you can see additive, then setup, new setup. Okay, go to setup, then select new setup. Okay, first you select the change the workspace, then select additive, then select the setup tab. Okay, then the next step is select machine, select. Okay, so you can see this is machine, this is machine. You select here, select this machine, select this machine. Okay, then you can see this opens the Fusion machine library. See this window, this is called a Fusion machine library. You can see this is the Fusion machine library. Okay, so the next is go to filters, then additive, and then samples. Okay, you can see this is the filters in the right side. You can see filters. So here additive, cutting, milling, turning. So here our operation is additive, so you just select additive. Then you can see samples. Okay, so here click here, samples. Okay, so filter additive, then click samples. So you can see from the filtered list of machines, select Autodesk generic FFF machine. Okay, so here you can see there are different types of machines are available. Okay, so here you can see different types of machines are available. Okay, so you have to select Autodesk generic FFF machine. Okay, this is the Autodesk generic FFF machine. So double click this. Okay, so in this way we can select our desired type of machine. This will take a few seconds time. Okay, so here we have selected the Autodesk generic FF machine, then select. Okay, so now you can see so I will show you. Okay, now you can see now you can see the machine. Now you can see the machine, you can see this is the machine. So we have selected the machine, Autodesk generic FFF machine. Okay, then the next step is the select the print settings. Okay, the next step is select the print settings. Okay, so you can see select the print settings. So while a machine definition deals mainly with the technical limits of the machine, bed size, maximum temperature, or whether to use a cooling fan, Print settings are rather more material specific parameters that Fusion 360 needs to generate the toolpath. This includes parameters like what is the layer height, what is the infill density, what is the overhang angle required to generate support, for example. So Fusion 360 comes with a selection of sample print settings. You choose them in a way similar to the machine definition. For this tutorial, you will be cloning a sample to your document design, this time of a set of print settings. In the setup tab, on the setup tab, choose machine, then print settings, then select. This opens print setting library. On the left side of the dialog, select samples. From the filtered list of print settings, select this material, ABS 1.75 mm 0.4 mm nozzle. Click select. This setup now has both a machine as well as print settings defined. Keep the setup dialog open, for in the next activity you will be adding the model to manufacture. Okay, so the next step is you have to add the print settings. Okay, PLA to PLA you have to select the material. Okay, so here you have to select the material, say ABS 1.75 mm 0.4 nozzle. Okay, so go to the, you can say go to the machine. This is the machine, then print settings, select. Okay, then Fusion 360 library. Then on the left side of the dialog, select samples. So here you can see samples. Click the samples. Okay, click the samples. Then select ABS 1.75 mm 0.4 nozzle. So here you can see this is ABS 1.75 mm. So click here ABS 1.75 mm. Okay, so click ABS 1.75 mm 0.4 nozzle, then select. Okay, now your print settings is ready. Okay, so initially this initially this is actually PLA. Now this material is ABS. Okay, then okay, then I will select this. Okay, so you have select your machine. Okay, the next thing is you have to select your body. Okay, so here you can see I will show you. So here we have to print our body. So here I am not selected the body, that means the model nothing, you can see nothing. Okay, so what I do is I will select this. I will select this body. Okay, now you can see model, it is changed into body. Then click OK. Then you can see the operation type is actually additive. So click here, then click OK. Okay, so now the tutorial 1 is actually completed. Okay, now tutorial 1 is completed. Then we will move to the activity 2. Okay, so activity 2 is add and orient a part. So here we already add a part, then the next is the orientation of the part. Okay, so add the model. Okay, okay, so how to add a model to the setup? We have already added the model, so once again I will explain. Go to the setup tab, then model, nothing. So we see that this is nothing. Then select the component. The body or component may already be selected, especially when you had it selected when you created a new setup. Then you can go to the arrangement automatic. This moves the part to the center of the platform in its current orientation. Okay, then close the setup dialog with the OK. Okay, so I will edit this setup. Once again, right click here, you can edit the setup. Right click here and edit. Okay, right click on the setup under the browser tab, then your setup of fused filament fabrication will opens. Okay, then you can see we have applied all these except one. Optionally check arrangement automatic. This moves the part to the center of the platform in its current orientation. If you want to check this arrangement automatic, click here, then OK. Okay, then the okay, yeah, then in the browser tab you can see all the details. I will show you. Click the click the setup tab. You can see the ABS 1.75 mm, 0.4 mm nozzle. Okay, you can see the platform while switch on the visibility of the platform. Okay, then next is orient the model. Okay, so here now we have add the model into the area space. Okay, now next is orient the model. So next is the orient the model. From the toolbar, use the commands in the position section to bring the model into the desired orientation. This can be a manual orientation using the move, that is includes rotation, then minimize build height, or place part on platform. For when you want to orient the layer grain along the model in a particular direction. For example, alternatively choose from suggestions calculated using automatic orientation, where the model shape is analyzed to derive optimized orientation that need only a minimum of support structures. For example, so in this activity, first you will select the automatic orientation, then from the toolbar choose position, then automatic orientation. In the dialog automatic orientation, choose part and support, then orientation target, and click the component to analyze and orient. Double check the suggested values for your additive process, then switch to the ranking tab. Set the priorities for the properties that you wish to optimize against. For this activity, set support volume to high, then click OK. Suitable orientations are now being calculated. Then in the browser tab, expand the orientations entry and right click the automatic orientation entry underneath it. This opens the orientation results dialog. On the results tab, switch through the entries in the ranks drop down menu to pick an orientation you wish to continue with. Click OK to accept the orientation and close the orientation results dialog. You now have the model arranged and oriented on the platform. It is floating above the platform by the distance you set earlier, and it may have overhang angles that cannot be printed or bridged otherwise. However, since the print settings contain provisions for those, you don't need a separate manual setup to configure supports at this point. Okay, so you can see this is an example. Two calculated variants of orientation, left viable but perhaps less desirable, right optimal for this job. It has the least amount of support volume and is shallowest, promising a quick finish with a little expense of material supports. Okay, so we will move to the workspace. Okay, so here you have to select the position tab. Okay, so this one you can see position, you can see this is the position tab. You have to select this position tab. Okay, so click here. Okay, so you have to position, then automatic orientation. So go to position, you can see move components, minimize build height, automatic orientation, place parts on platform, collision detection. So here I am selecting automatic orientation. Okay, then automatic orientation, choose part and support. Okay, you can see this is the automatic orientation window. You can see parameters and ranking, two tabs, parameters and ranking. So in the parameters tab, part and support, you can see part and support orientation target. Okay, you have to select the orientation target and click the component to analyze and orient. Okay, here I am selecting this one. Okay, then the suggested values for the additive tabs. Okay, so these are the some of the suggested values. Okay, then if you want to change this, you can change. Then go to ranking. Okay, then go to ranking, set the priorities for the properties that you wish to optimize it. For this activity, set support volume to high. So here you can see the support volume, it is medium, so change this support volume to high. Then click OK. Suitable orientations are now being calculated. Okay, click OK. Then suitable orientations, are now being calculated. Okay, then go to the browser tab, then click the orientation. You can see in the browser tab, expand the orientations and then right click the automatic orientation, right click this automatic orientation. You can see right click on the automatic orientation. This opens the orientation results dialog box. Then on the results tab, okay, so on the results tab, orientation results tab, switch through the entries in the ranks. So on the results tab, switch through the entries. Entries in the ranks drop down menu. Entries in the rank drop down menu to pick an orientation you wish to continue with. Click OK to accept the orientation. Okay, so you can see this is the orientation. Okay, so again go to orientation result. Okay, so which one is you need, which orientation? Okay, so I am selecting this 3 or 7. Okay, so which one is better? So I am selecting 3, then okay, automatic orientation. Okay, so now the activity 2 is completed. Then the last activity, preview toolpath and generate at the G code. Okay, so first we have to simulate the toolpath. Okay, so here you have to simulate the toolpath. So simulating a toolpath generates the toolpath first, and immediately afterwards the visual preview of the path the tool takes as the build progresses. With FFF, the tool is the filament nozzle. So here this is very important. The tool is the filament nozzle. Go to additive toolbar, then actions, simulate additive toolpath. This opens the simulate additive toolpath dialog. Then go for mode, then animation, display up to current layer and animate full model. Then click calculate. So this generates the toolpath preview. Use the replay controls and the layer slider on the sliced model to examine the generated toolpath across the layers. Here you can also do a sanity check on the supports generated by the print settings. For example, are only a few downward pointing tips supported that would be unable to hold the build. Okay, so we will do this activity. So go to additive toolbar, actions, go to additive toolbar, then actions, simulate additive toolpath. Here, this one, simulate additive toolpath. Okay, simulate additive toolpath. This opens the simulate additive toolpath dialog. You can see this is the simulate additive toolpath. Okay, then make your selection for mode and animation. Okay, make your selection for mode and activation animation. For this activity, choose display up to current layer. So here, display up to current layer, mode, change mode into display up to current layer, and animation, animate full model. Okay, animate full model. Then click calculate. So here you can see toolpath calculation 36%. Wait for some time. So toolpath calculation is 90%. %, 94. Okay, then if you want to see this, you just start the simulation. You can see the simulation. You can see the layer by layer activity. So in the screen you can see this additive manufacturing is going on. Okay, so you can see in this way you can see the simulation. Okay, I just close this. Okay, then I just close this. Then apply the last step is to apply the post. So strictly speaking, these steps apply to Fusion 360 on Windows only. That said, although the GUI for Fusion 360 on macOS for this section looks different, the steps are mostly similar, even simpler. Okay, so from the additive toolbar, choose Actions, then Post Process. This opens the Post Process dialog. Then Post Configuration. Select the generic FFF machine. Then also specify the output folder for Fusion 360 to write the generated G-code file. Click Post. This opens a file saving dialog. Confirm the file name and location to save. Okay, so we will do the final activity. Then go to additive toolbar, Actions, Post Process. Go to Actions, then Post Process. Okay, so here you can see now valid toolpath. So right click here, so here I am generating the additive toolpath. You can see in the browser tab the additive toolpath percentage 72 increased 72. .8 98 percentage 100 percentage. Okay, then go to the Actions, then Post Process. Okay, you can see the Post Process, you can see the scanning. Okay, this is the Post Process window. Okay, so here you have to select the generic FFF machine. Yeah, you can see generic FFF machine. Okay, then you can select the post. Click the post. So now the codes are actually generated. Okay, just save it in a folder. Wait for some time. Okay, once again post process, click the post process, generic FFF machine, then post. Okay, so here I will save this is this file name 1001. I will save it in the desktop. Okay, I will save it in a desktop and say I just in a folder called AU. So double click on AU. Then I will save this code. Okay, so I will save this code file into that. And the file name is actually 1000. This code is actually generated. Then we have to see this code. I will open the folder. Wait a few seconds. This actually software is actually not responding. Okay, so here in the desktop, I will select the code, the file named AU. So here I am saved the code in the file named AU. Okay, so here our code is generated. You can see this is the code. So the code is actually opened in a WordPad. Okay, so here you can see this is the code. So all the details will be here: extruder material, okay, then the nozzle diameter, offset, everything will be in the top. You can see. Then these are the sorry, these are the codes. You can see G0, G1, X value. Okay, so this is the okay. So in this way you can add a model into the workspace of additive manufacturing, additive tab, and then you have to add the details, that is what is the print settings, which type of machine, what is the which type of material you are using, and then you can generate the for manufacturing. So with the help of this code you can manufacture the designed product. Okay, so our tutorial is actually completed. Once again I will show the tutorial. You have to practice this tutorial help of this example. Okay, so the tutorial is actually the code generation in an FFF machine, fluid filament fabrication, fused deposition modeling. FFF is also called a fused deposition modeling. Okay, so do this job and generate this code. Okay, thank you.